Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're not listening to the mind of an Terrorist Moon, Dolo the Archangel Uriel, and Dolo here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now we're gonna talk about fucking flight forecast. Now, today the sun is in Libra, so we still know that. So we still know, for these group of days, our actions and the way we act should be fair, should be balanced, shouldn't be too aggressive, should be relatable, should be a little bit more social, a little bit more open, you know what I'm saying? And think about others a little bit more than yourself at times. So, that's the kind of natural energies that's been going on. But the moon is in Virgo and it's sliding out of Virgo. So I say about the next hour or two, it's gonna be sliding into Libra. So it's gonna be real cuspy, but throughout the day it's gonna go all the way in Libra. So, the moon is your reactions, how you react to things, but it's how Gaia reacted to things right now. Well, as far as her rotation is dealing with the moon, you know what I'm saying? It's like the energy that's going to be going on Earth, how you should be reacting to things and how you should be responding. And you should be responding and reacting to things by being fair, being harmonious, not being combative. You know what I'm saying? Not just now. Friendly, like points can be proven right now. Someone could get cussed the fuck out right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's all for the greater good. It's not like just cussing somebody out just to argue. You might be cussing somebody out to help them or be relatable or to create some type of fairness or it might be somebody in someone's life that's creating them balance in their life, and you might have to cuss this person out to create more balance in your life or some type of, or just do something. But these is going to be the emotional states that's going on when the moon slides into Libra. And by being in Virgo right now, you're still going to be picking up essence of looking at the details of other people's reactions and their actions, and how they're acting towards things. And you're going to be criticizing to yourself, but you're going to be planning. So a lot of times, a lot of planning was going on also within relationships and how we should carry things out within the relationship. And now those plans is going to start being acted upon once the moon fully goes into Libra. You know what I'm saying? Now Mercury just slid into Scorpio, so it's a cusp between Scorpio and Libra. So off the bat, people, the way people are thinking, analyzing, and communicating is based upon still being fair, being social, being a little bit more open, being balanced in their way of thinking, like putting themselves in other people's shoes before they actually come out their mouth and say something. But that aspect is going a little deeper now. It's going a little deeper and going a little bit more intense, and to a point that it may need to come up with a breath of fresh air sometimes, because you could kind of like see an issue will happen like this when right here you may put your foot in your mouth. You may think something a way it is before it's really that way because you're thinking too deeply upon it. But the lightness of the Libra air that Mercury just left kind of makes a deep subject seem like a surface level. So people are willing to be social about their deep thoughts. People are willing to be social, willing to communicate and relate. You know what I'm saying? Some dark shit in their head or some negative attribute or some negative aspect that they may see. So you see what I'm saying? Like things that may need to be kept to yourself at times and kept sacred. You may feel like you need to communicate it right now, or may feel like you need to socialize that with someone right now, which you just got to pay attention to what kind of situation it is. If it's a situation where a person probably need to be told about themselves, then you go ahead and do that. But if it's a situation where it's just like you're just having all these deep thoughts and you feel like you need to relate them, kind of hold off on that, because that's just you'll get over that, because you might end up saying something that you didn't want to say, or say something to somebody that you didn't want them to think about you in that way, and that's how this can play out. So kind of like chill out on that a little bit, because Mercury and Scorpio can get very confusing, especially on the cusp of Libra. It can get very confusing because you could feel all the energy in the world, feeling like you're supposed to relate something or socialize something with someone. You know what I'm saying? And the things that you're going to be relating is unrelatable, because Mercury is in 0° Scorpio right now. So a lot of these things shouldn't even be related. You know what I'm saying? You may find yourself going out right now and saying the wrong thing to somebody because you thought that's how you was supposed to be social. You know what I'm saying? So be careful about that. Now, Venus is in Libra, so love, appreciation, value, and relativeness and compromising is in the place that it wants to be. So right now, you have to understand this as a person. Gaia wants you to be relatable. She wants you to be fair. and she wants you to socialize about love and things of that nature. But at the same time, she don't want you to get carried away, because anytime Venus goes into Taurus or Libra, it can go too far, or Pisces, and it can overindulge into those energies. So you may see something that you appreciate, value, that you love, that you something that you're willing to compromise with, and dive too deep into that thing. So be aware of that right now too, with Venus being in Libra. And you could dive yourself too far into someone else's problems, someone else's situation, what they got going on. Try not to do too much of that either. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be a helping hand, but not when you get fully consumed and wrapped up in someone else's issues and problems and things. That's when it gets out of hand. Now, Mars is in Virgo, so right now everybody's intent, willpower, passions, and motivations and desires are still dealing with planning, still dealing with looking at the details of certain things that they may have not looked at the details on before, whether they're studying something, whatever this person's passions or intentions are, they're going to be looking at the details of it, criticizing themselves and others based on the same subjects, and scheduling and starting to create a routine around these things that involves their desires, willpowers, passions, and motivations. Also, we got today's Jupiter being in I'm using my place, Scorpio. So with today's Jupiter being in Scorpio, what happens here is same way how I explained last time. And it's still cuspy. So it's still like a cloud there. You really don't know what you're learning right now. It's just a cloud. You really don't know what you're experiencing. You really don't know what you put meaning and reasonings behind. You really don't even know the exact wisdom and knowledge to extract out of the certain experiences and situations that you're going through right now. It's very cloudy right now, so try not to prejudge right now. Try not to prejudge and have pre-thoughts amongst things, basically, or amongst your experience. The experience that you experience, just experience it. Don't put no pre-annotations around it, because it's cloudy. And you're going to know why you went through these things after the fact. But don't be trying to use your brain to figure out, oh, I don't want to go through that. Don't just experience. Things are cloudy right now. Your idea of whatever you're about to experience might not even be that. So just keep that in mind. Now, when we go to Saturn is still in Sagittarius. So the way people are gaining structure in their life is still in a fiery way, in a perception type way. People like to sit back and see how other people see about things, how other people feel about things. And they like to come to a broad conclusion on how they should feel about this. And a lot of times it's dealing with structure in their life, reality, boundaries and restrictions and limits. And that's where Saturn now. Now let's do some of these angles. Now some of these angles, you're going to have Jupiter. But no, that's no longer an angle. There's really not too many angles that's going on. So there's not really too many hurdles, actual hurdles that people have to actually deal with. Now, as far as the sun sextile Jupiter, the sun sextile Saturn. So off the bat, and it's a complete sextile. The sun sextile Saturn, and it opposes Uranus, because Uranus is in Aries. So we already know that your actions, the way you act and how you see things, is at odds with the changes, the rebelliousness, or the opposition that's going on within the world right now. You see what I'm saying? So I guess for an example, you see like the president, but everyone's actions and how they see things is opposing that. You see what I'm saying? But we're living in a unique and original time, because that's Uranus. Now also, when we want to say the sun sextile Saturn, now people actions, the way they act and how they see things, is going to witness all kind of opportunities to be able to see reality based upon what they're consciously aware of, based upon how they see things. The Saturn is dealing with reality. You know what I'm saying? The sun is dealing with what you're consciously aware of. So as a sextile, that creates an opportunity. So the things that you're acting on, the things that you're into, the things that you're paying attention to and you're consciously aware of, is going to experience opportunities to be consciously aware of the reality you in, boundaries and restrictions and limits that you may have, and then vice versa. The reality you in and the boundaries and restrictions and limits that you have, or that you place onto others, is going to be seen now. It's going to be acted upon. This is going to be part of your actions. You see what I'm saying? So at the same time, be consciously aware of everything, because you're going to actually be able to see reality. And even though things may be foggy, based upon the area of Jupiter, the experiences that you experience are going to be cloudy. At the same time, it's important for you to be consciously aware of what's going on, because when the cloud fades, when the cloud separates, you're going to be able to see what the cloud was formulating in. You're going to be able to see what was back behind the cloud, which is reality. And you're going to be able to see, like, damn, I'm glad I didn't do this, or I'm glad I did do this, or I'm glad I thought this way. It's going to be like a bunch of those kind of situations. So, that's today's forecast. It wasn't really much, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like boss bitch, goddamn man.